like I said, that's all I ask is just come forward, close this case, be honest with yourself, be honest with your family, be honest with us as well.
Back on Closer Look on this Tuesday night with Michael Friscolanti, editor-in-chief, Derek Turner at the helm as always. I'm Scott Sexsmith. No trips booked last night. Thought about it. Black Friday is coming, right? Is it Cyber Monday too?
I think so, yes.
It's really like a month-long thing.
Yes.
This whole
goes on, yeah.
Dressed up as big deals. It's really a scam.
I thought you'd be inspired to book some travel after our show yesterday, that you'd go home at night and be Googling or whatever it is you do, and expediting, however you book travel. Verbo.
Booking.com.
Booking.com.
Look, you'll never have to convince me to travel this great country. Now that we've started, I want to do it. I want to check all the boxes.
It was interesting, as if you missed our show yesterday, we talked about how tourism is up in this country and down in the United States. Some people are mad that we reported that. I don't know, people get angry in the comment section. But the reality is, I think what Wayne Smith at Toronto Metropolitan University, his main point was, this is a real opportunity for the tourism industry in Canada to seize. And you could find customers for life who will start making traditions out of coming to certain parts of Canada. So it will be interesting to see what when we look back on it in 5 years.
Have you traveled much within Canada?
I don't travel. I traveled a lot for work.
Yeah, of course you did.
I think work travel.
But you went to places.
But even around Canada, and I love Canada. I'm very fortunate to travel in different parts of the country and talk to people and meet people for various articles I was working on.
Yeah.
Very grateful for that. But I think all the travel wore me out. I would much rather stay home or jump in my car and drive a short distance, whether it's in our region. I'm not really, like, if you told me I could jump on a plane today and go to the Dominican, it would not appeal to me at all.
Well, you just wait till the snowfall that they're forecasting comes.
That's okay. But if you want to leave, that's fine.
Here's your hat. What's your hurry? Get the hell out.
Oh, what is it? Booking.com? I'll book it for you.
Look, if you want to write the check, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Okay, very serious topic tonight. Loni Chum, a couple of years ago, the victim of a hit and run in Moose Factory, and the family, particularly Dad Robert, still searching for answers.
Yeah, this is a tragic story that our team at TimminsToday has been covering for the last couple of years. Moose Factory, very far north of Timmins. It's actually on an island, right? Moose Factory Island. It's about 300 kilometers north of Timmins. There was a tragic hit and run accident there in November 2023. A 21-year-old woman was killed. Mm-hmm. And even though it's that small community, an island community, the investigation is more than 2 years old. And there's a $100,000 reward for information leading to it. And this week, the police revealed some new information that they have about sort of they think they figured out which vehicle was involved.
Exactly.
And we now have some footage of that vehicle and photos. So Robert Chum is Loni's dad. Yep. And if anyone has kept this case in the news, it's him. He is talking about it all the time. He has a daily TikTok that he to remember his daughter and to keep the case in the public eye. And he's going to chat with us today about the kind of person she was and the toll that this case has taken on his family, and also hope and see where we're at with this case and if we're hopeful that we're finally going to find the answer.
This week, the Ontario Provincial Police announced a major development in an unsolved mystery that has lingered for more than 2 years. Of course, talking about the hit-and-run death of 21-year-old Loni Chum. Joining us to talk about the ongoing case is a man who has worked extremely hard to make sure the investigation continues to get the attention it deserves. Loni's father, Robert Chum. Robert, thank you for speaking with us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Robert, can you tell us about your daughter, Loni? What kind of person was she?
Loni, she was one of a kind. She was outgoing. She was my second oldest child. She was very outgoing. She's very she liked to how do you say? She liked to speak up when something needed to be heard, and that's the way she was all the time. She was a loving sister, loving daughter, for sure. My right-hand girl, I call her, because she was always with me by my side when I'm in the bush with her. She's one of those girls that loved the outdoors. She was just going back to school when this happened. She was just going to attain her grade 12. And like I said, she loved the bush. And she was my right-hand girl, and she's dearly missed.
Robert, I'm sure you've got a million plus memories of your daughter. Are there any specific ones that kind of stick out to you?
When she's at camp, and then have my little girl back. She was always there. She was always helping out around the camp, helping her Tushum, my late dad, who we lost in June there. But he was a trooper as well for inspiration for Justice for Loni campaign. We lost him in June to a sudden death. But Loni was good in the bush. She was very well spoken. She knew how to hunt. She knew how to. She trapped. She knew how to skin animals the traditional way. So she loved it. It's real. She was a real outgoing girl out there.
That's amazing that you're able to pass those traditions on and that she was so into those. That's an amazing thing to hear.
Yeah.
Robert, it was back in November 2023, so a little more than 2 years ago, you received the worst news a parent can hear, that she had been killed. How did you find out what had happened to her? Did someone phone you?
Yeah, my daughter phoned me at 4:00 in the morning. I was out of town when it happened. We were on our way back to Moose Factory the next day, the day of. I got a call at 4:00. My oldest daughter, Delia, told me that Loni had died, and I asked how, and she says she doesn't know. She didn't know.
Oh.
And I woke up. Everybody woke up. My partner Steph. She was just devastated. I told her, but we didn't know the actual facts what happened at the time. But when I got to Cochrane, I have a close family member that knows a lot of people in the area, and that he told me right away that she got hit by a truck. I didn't get a call from police or nothing at the time. Not until I got back to the island. That's when I got told and what had happened.
I imagine those first few days and weeks were a blur, Robert. Well, what did you learn about what happened in that first little while?
First little while, I knew she was hit by a truck. Was hit by a truck, and right away, I got off the chopper, and somebody told me what happened right away. Told me who did it, and I just didn't believe it first because being devastated from the news of Lonnie's death, and just how word and gossip gets around. Just it was shocking. I just didn't know how to feel. But I learned that she was hit by a truck walking home from her friends on Jaban Street, where she got struck and she was left for dead. She was hit at 2. I was told details. She was hit at 2:00. And then anonymous call was made at 3. That's when they attended to her body on the road there. So.
Robert, just so people understand, can you describe Moose Factory? It's an island community about 325 kilometers north of Timmins. How many people live there?
I'm estimated 2,500 to 3,000 people. Our island is 2 miles long and about a mile wide. So half of it is reserve, half of it is non-reserve. But 2,500 people live on this island. And the thing is, with Lonnie's incident, it would happen during helicopter season. And the only way off the island was by helicopter.
Right.
We can get off or on at the time. So they did all looking into that when that happened. So, but I know the vehicle that didn't get off the island. I know now. So
So they wouldn't have been able to drive away like hundreds of kilometers away that night. That's the way we're okay. And you mentioned there was so someone anonymously phoned 911 or phoned police to report that there was a body at that area of the city or the area of the community.
Yes, somebody phoned at 3:10, I think, the actual time. That somebody made an anonymous call and said that there was a body laying on Jaban Street behind Gigi's corner gift store. And
there's no way the police were able to trace that call. Who made it?
I think they do. They do know. I think I was told by one of the investigators that they do know who made the call. So, but they haven't told me anything about who made it yet. So.
Robert, I can imagine there would be a lot of talk around your small community about what happened to Loni, a lot of whispers about who may have been driving the vehicle. Can you speak to that at all?
Yeah, I've heard a lot. A lot of people come knock on my door early hours in the morning, let me know who was involved. And I would direct them to tell them just to go talk to the police and let them know what, the crime, who did it and what be discreet about it. You can be discreet, be anonymous, and they're not going to tell anybody your names. Nobody's ever done that yet, I guess.
Obviously, a major development this week, Robert. The police, the OPP revealed some new details. What did they tell the community?
They told that they excluded one vehicle. That Dodge was excluded because they know who was driving at the time. They know who the driver was, and he did a polygraph test. Came in voluntary and did a polygraph test, and he passed. So they excluded him in the vehicle. And they just focused on that one dark blue Dodge that was in the picture. that's been going around the news.
So the police now say they're focused on one vehicle, this blue pickup truck. They think this was the truck that was involved.
Yes.
And at this point, are they telling you they don't know at this point whose truck this is? Do they suspect whose truck this is?
They suspect is that people are not talking here. That's the thing.
And can you speak to that a little bit more, Robert? I mean, again, as Scott mentioned, it's a smaller community. Is it just that some people are refusing to be helpful? They know the answers and they're just not being helpful?
Yes, they know the answers and they're not speaking out.
Because in a community of 2,500 people, you would think that everyone knows everyone. And for the most part, everybody knows what vehicle everyone drives.
It's the thing. Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody talks. Everybody points to the same person. But, like I say, we don't want to. I like to say the name, but I can't.
No, for sure.
No, for sure. And we wouldn't put you in that position. Does the police announcement, Robert, give you renewed hope?
Oh, yeah. It gives me a lot of hope because we always knew it was this person. And I guess excluding that red Dodge that was in the picture, the cameras, was it reassured everything. It's coming. Closure is coming. It's just too bad. It's been over 2 years now. It's just too bad.
So obviously, Robert, you've told police who you think was involved, who you think this truck belongs to. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. They know. I've spoken. Let them know who I think, and I know who did it. I just wish this person would come out and claim responsibility.
And have the police explained to you what's stopping them from doing more investigation into this person?
Yeah, it was just a lot of details that they're puzzling together. A lot of camera footage, a lot of details, and then who was driving the vehicle. And that's what their main concern is about. The final closing part.
Have you approached this person yourself, Robert?
No, they've stayed away from me since day one.
So it's not someone you've been able to have a conversation with.
No.
Robert, if that person's watching this show or the person who is responsible for this, what would you say to that person?
I just tell them it's time to just come give us closure. It's time to just admit what you did that night. It's been a long 2 years. It's, I've had sleepless nights, sleepless days. There's days I haven't slept. But, like I said, that's all I ask is just come forward, close this case, be honest with yourself, be honest with your family, be honest with us as well. And the community Moose Cree First Nation, because it has affected a lot of people with this incident, and it's still ongoing. And a lot of people, like I say, they want to close as much as we do.
Robert, I want to talk, if I can, about your social media activity every day, faithfully on TikTok with posts about Loni hoping to keep her case in the public eye. Why is that so important to you to keep doing that?
To me, I think with things like being like the social media has gone like beyond, right? So I want to expose what happened to Loni. I want to let people know, like, Moose Cree First Nation is an awesome place. Like, it's my home. It was Loni's home. And this crime that happened to her, I want people to know about it. I come from a small northern Indigenous community. It's, we tend to be forgotten by the government and by other sources. Like people want to blame this, blame that. Me, I just want my daughter's case to be solved, and I want closure for our family and for the community of Moose Cree.
Robert, your shirt that I can see right now is #Justice for Loni. It's on the banner behind you. It's in the shirts. Obviously, you've done a great job keeping it in the public eye. For you, what would justice look like in this case?
Justice, it would put a lot of things to rest, especially for Loni. It would show a lot of integrity as well for everybody. Like, that's to support us. Like, we really appreciate everybody. I've got support from all over the world doing this Justice for Loni campaign. And I never wanted to be famous, but not the way I wanted to be famous. But I think knowing that what I'm doing for Loni is what she'd want me to do. It's I miss her.
Absolutely.
Sorry to get off course there.
Absolutely.
But I do miss her, and wish she was still here.
Is there a particular punishment, Robert, that could help with that pain? Or if this person need to go to jail for a long period of time, for more years?
I think so. I think just not being honest with what they did or she did or he did to Loni is She should go away for a while.
Robert, there's a sizable reward, $100,000. Are tips still coming in regularly?
Yeah, a lot of tips. I hired a private investigator named from Toronto, Pulse Investigating, and they've been helped out a lot. They've been really getting a lot of detail as well. A lot of people calling them, and as well as the OPP. It's on a daily basis. They're getting all these tips. I still get people coming to me every day here. So I think it's just it's the way the system is run. They don't know the procedure to how an anonymous tip goes about instead of coming to me all the time, because I get a lot of info, and I think you should call the police and I give them the number, and I don't know if they do it or not, but.
Robert, I know the police were back in the community, the investigator recently, because they put out this video this week, and they actually filmed it from the corner intersection where this happened. What are the police saying to you in terms of how the investigation's going and their message to the family?
Investigation's still ongoing. They're not going to quit. I guess, as you read, that my persistence of campaigning for Loni has really kept them on their heels. And pushing, and it's coming along. They said it's gonna, closure's coming. So, and I told them, I believe you guys. I told them I believe in you. I trust in you. We leave it all to you guys to get this.
Robert, I know this is a dumb question. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. It's been a rough 2 years, but like I say, I'm out here campaigning for Loni and my kids. Once we get all this sorted out, just finding a closure, we get to bury her. I have Loni's ashes in our bedroom. We're going to perform a ceremony once all this is done to bury her at a camp where she wanted to be buried. It's her wish. That was the second last year. We were hunting in the blind, and she told me, we had a heart-to-heart talk, and she says, I asked her, what are your wishes? I said, if anything were to happen to me, I told her. Then she told me, if anything were to happen to me, I'd want to be buried here at camp. And that's what are we going to do after everything's done?
Unbelievable. I can't imagine when you had that conversation with her that you would have thought that would be something that would happen soon.
Yeah, because our plan was for her to take over. I told her you're supposed to take over after I'm gone. I didn't think she'd leave before us. I didn't think my dad would leave a year after us, a year after her too. So she was taught a lot from my dad and me about the land and how to harvest geese and trap at the same time. So.
Robert, before we let you go, is there anything about the investigation or even Loni that we didn't touch on tonight that you'd like to bring up?
She was cut short of life. She deserved better. A lot of people say they hold back a lot of anger towards something happens to their child or family member. It's not that. We want closure. Time will tell when we will forgive you. It's all. I'd send a message out to everybody. Like, people are responsible. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with Loni. Be honest with your families, and be honest with the community of Moose Creek.
Can I ask you, sorry, Robert, the one thing, when you say that you think you know who's responsible, do you think this was a case of an accident where they accidentally did this and drove away in fear, or did they do this on purpose? I
think it was an accident. From what people tell me, it was an accident, but, being this long is just making it worse than themselves going forward. So.
We definitely give you a lot of credit, Robert. I mean, to keep this case in the spotlight as you have, and fighting for justice for your daughter is not a small thing.
I'll keep doing it till we get closure, until we find these killers come forward and we go to trial. And once it's done, we can put her to rest.
Yeah, we know you will, Robert, and we hope one day you do indeed get justice for Loni. We appreciate your time tonight.
I want to thank you guys for inviting me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it's no secret. We've talked about it. All three of us in this room have kids. And for Robert to have the courage that he does for as long as he has had it to do this, I don't know.
I can't imagine
what to say.
I can't imagine. Sadly, I've covered so much tragedy in the many years I've been a journalist, and you see people reacting all kinds of different ways.
Yeah.
They'll react where they will then, it becomes a mission of theirs to find answers and to find the truth, which is clearly what's happened with Robert. Yep. And some families, it just rips them apart, and there's nothing they you'd even go on. They barely function, which is, I'm sure Robert has his rough days as well. I'm very grateful he took the time to chat with us. This is a case that personally, I've been following our journalist at TimminsToday, Marissa Lenz McGrath, has done a fantastic job covering this story from day one. She's always leading the way on whatever the latest news is regarding this case. She knows Robert well and has talked to him many times for pieces about Loni. Again, it's the kind of conversation we want to have on this show. You never know how one conversation can boost a signal and get some more information out there. But it really struck me that he said the investigators were in town last week filming this video that we're going to link to with the new information about the truck. And they privately said to him, your persistence has helped drive us to keep finding answers. Yep. Because sometimes that's what happens. A case can fall out of the news and fall out of the public consciousness, and that's what happens. It doesn't get investigated. But when you have a father who's doing daily TikToks about justice for Loni, it's hard to not be motivated by that and want to do a good job and find out what's happened.
It's your kid, right? And you'll do anything for your kids.
For sure.
And he's clearly doing that.
I don't want to convict anyone. I don't know who Robert's talking about. But I can tell you there have been previous cases of hit and runs just in the last couple of years where we've seen arrests years after the fact. There was one near Guelph a couple of years ago. Remember that? Where with the white car that was hidden in a back garage? These people ran over a person and killed them and went on with their life for like 15 years. How do you sleep at night? I'll never comprehend that.
No.
And I can't imagine that the person, because whoever was driving that truck, we now know it was that truck. The police say this is the truck that was involved. If I'm driving that truck, if whoever was driving that truck, how they go on with their life and not feel guilt when you see a person like Robert talking about his daughter, you see the photos of Loni. That's a mystery that some expert would have to come on and explain how you do that.
I don't know. There's a special place for people like that, and I'd probably get in trouble for saying it. So
that's right. You probably stop there.
I will stop there. Closer look at villagemedia.ca. If you'd like to reach out to the program, we'd love to hear from you. Tonight's show, as always, produced by Derek Turner. For Michael Friscolanti, our editor-in-chief here at Village Media, I'm Scott Sexsmith. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 right here on Closer Look.
Frisco and Scott's Wardrobe provided in part by Moores, Sault Ste. Marie.